șpioni, chestii, NSA, bla bla bla. Ce făceau băieții ăștia? Mai mult de 100 dintre ei. Stăteau pe niște chaturi interne și discutau despre diverse chestiuni sexuale specifice transgenderilor. Ascultați.
Well, Jesse, what we're going to do has already been done. There are over 100 people from across the intelligence community that contributed to and participated in this, what is really just an egregious violation of trust. What to speak of like basic rules and standards around professionalism. I put out a directive today that they all will be terminated and their security clearances will be revoked. But the thing here, Jesse, is like we got to take a step back because this is just barely scratching the surface. When you see what these people were saying, and thanks to Chris Rufo for putting it all out online, they were brazen in using an NSA platform intended for professional use to conduct this kind of really horrific behavior. And they were brazen in doing this because when was the last time anyone was really held accountable? Certainly not over the last 4 years, certainly not over the last 10, maybe 20 years. When we look at some of the biggest violations of the American people's trust in the intelligence community. So today's action in holding these individuals accountable is just the beginning of what we're seeing across the Trump administration, which is carrying out the mandate the American people gave him. Clean house, root out that rot and corruption and weaponization and politicization, so we can start to rebuild that trust in these institutions that are charged with an important mission of serving the American people, ensuring our safety, security, and freedom.
Mai multe detalii despre domnul referențiat de șefa NSA. Ia fiți atenți.
So, Chris, you keep coming up with these scoops week after week, which suggests both you're very good at your job and also there's an enormous amount of trash happening at the federal governmental levels. We've been talking about the NSA and these horrifying secret sex chats in which they've been engaged, but we talked about that. I want to talk about a couple of new things that you're uncovering today with regard to talk at the NSA, which again is an agency designed specifically to target foreign enemies about apparently domestic enemies, and yours truly comes up apparently.
That's absolutely right. I mean, these are intelligence officials that should, in theory, be focused on foreign adversaries, but they are very concerned about domestic politics. And so it's not just about their hormones, their genital surgeries. They have vitriolic feelings towards conservatives in particular. Two names that came up, of course, were Chaya Raichik of Libs of TikTok fame and the one and only Ben Shapiro. And they were going ballistic. I mean, they said at one point that you should be expelled for the tribe for constantly spouting hate speech. I'm not a rabbi. I don't know exactly how that works, but my impression is that the NSA does not have that power. That's something of an overreach, and it's frankly quite absurd.
So the CIA has already come out and said that they're going to look into this. What do you expect the outcome of this is going to be? I mean, the NSA has incredible powers to look into all sorts of information, foreign as well as domestic. We've had a bunch of scandals involving the NSA actually targeting people domestically before. What do you think is going to be the outcome of all of this?
Well, the Trump administration is very concerned about this. And just in the last few hours, I can tell you that I've had phone calls and signal messages from not only the NSA, but the CIA and the Director of National Intelligence Staff. And so they want to get to the bottom of this. I'm told that they're going to be taking significant action. And in my view, the standard should be quite simple. If you were at any private corporation, if you worked at Microsoft or you worked at Boeing or ExxonMobil, if you were doing this in the work chat, you would be packed up and gone within hours. The same standard should be applied here. And in fact, it should be even a more stringent standard, because revealing these personal details, these gory situations, not only is inappropriate at work, but it creates a counterintelligence vulnerability that we know China, Russia, Iran, and other countries would love to exploit.
Fraților, deci vorbim de niște popopupuri de-ăștia cu puteri extraordinare, agenți secreți, cu security clearances de cele mai înalte nivele, care, ghiși ce, urau populația straight, urau cetățenii normali, urau tot ceea ce ținea de tradiție și conservatorism. Și puteau încălca, puteau restrânge drepturi și libertăți la cerere. Practic, viața unui om normal putea fi distrusă în câteva minute de un dereglat din ăsta.